orchestrated by a complete stranger. But I did find a suitable actor with the courage to come through, and I still think it was money well spent. So here's a synopsis of how it played out. No, there's not a video. Saturday afternoon, my doorbell rang. My dog lost his mind, as he is wont to do, and my wife answered the door since I had pretended to take a call moments earlier. Quote, my son, looking about 20 to 25, taller and better looking than I, asked if I was home. My wife motioned to me. I had conveniently just ended my fake phone call and came to the door. My son, who even shared my first name, his idea, not mine, said he had something kind of strange to talk to me about. I asked if he wanted to come in, which literally almost blew the whole fucking thing because I would sooner saw off my own foot than invite people in my house. But my wife didn't think much of it. We came to the living room. I offered him a drink. He declined. My son is an excellent actor, by the way. He would later say that it was anxiety of the situation and not wanting to mess up that made his nervous demeanor so convincing. This is from memory, but it's pretty much everything. I'll let my son chime in the details should he feel like outing himself. Quote, do you remember old ex-girlfriend I mentioned at least once in my 10-year marriage in front of my wife? Yeah, that's my mother. It was my wife who reacted first with, oh, no way. So I looked at her, feigning ignorance, and then back at my son and said, is she okay? Yeah, she's fine. That's not why I'm here. My wife was nearly busting out of her chair, totally engrossed and completely consumed by two strong theories. 1, her husband had a long-lost son, and more importantly, 2, her husband hasn't figured out yet that he has a long-lost son. So I say, out with it, kid. What's going on? I'm 22 years old. My wife's eyes essentially bugged out of her head, having now confirmed her theories in her mind. She looks at me, seemingly annoyed that I hadn't put the obvious puzzle pieces together, and interrupts my fake kid. Nearly laughed, but I held it together. I think he's telling you that he thinks you're his father. My acting is not so great, but I gave it a shot with, wait, what? My look of shock could use some work, but it played for the audience. My son looks at me. She's all right, and I'm not here to ask for anything. In fact, I don't have a lot of time to stay, but I just wanted to meet you and maybe exchange numbers? Me. This is a lot to take in. I knew your mother a long time ago, and she never said, I didn't know. Him. I'm paraphrasing, but this kid deserves an Oscar. She never told you. She only told me on Christmas morning. She didn't say anything bad about you, just that it was over and she was already dating my dad when she found out she was pregnant with me. Wait, does your dad know? Of course. I've always known he wasn't my biological father. He's a great dad, but lately I've been wondering who my real father was, so I asked my mom and she told me. Me. Wow.